Hello and welcome to another stream. Today, a short one today. I'm not really feeling it today. This is what we on? Day 9, and I've been streaming 2 or 3 times a day. Today, I'm just lacking the energy this evening to um, get on and do some more issues. We've been at this for 9 days straight, but I will persevere. We'll get through this. So, in the background, before I came onto the stream today, I was having some connection issues. So I started anyways, and I've now kind of regained an stable internet connection. So I thought I'd just hop on the stream and would do a short video. So kind of just started to style some things together, so it looks a bit nicer. Things are a bit more kind of, things are laid out a bit nicer than just kind of what we had before. So when we click on a thread, obviously that goes through to the thread. And the one thing I want to do today, that's a UI improvement, is this pinned thread. I'm not really... It looks nice that these are always pinned at the top, and then the order of the following posts show below. But I want to put a bit of space between this. So I'm thinking we just run a separate query to get our pinned threads, and then we render the thread list component separate. So the query that we are running currently inside of category is this here, and it just kind of pins the post by, it'll kind of order by pin first and then post afterwards that are created by the created at descending. So let's just maybe do where pinned is not equal to true, and we'll run that query, and that should remove, that's removed the pinned thread. So all we need to do is kind of duplicate the query that we are doing here, and then we will run another query, and we'll just call it pinned. So I'm going to copy everything inside of here, and we will make a GraphQL fragment, and we'll just call this, for now, we'll just call this thread, and we'll paste everything in here, and then we will spread in thread here. And if we save, refresh, nothing changes. It works. What this now allows us to do is duplicate this. We'll use GraphQL Alias, and we'll alias a threads query to return in the object pinned. And all we need to do there is return that as equal. Now I might just move this up just so it kind of matches maybe the layout of the page. Not really important, but now we've got a pinned query to threads, and that will get the pinned where it'll get pinned posts only, and it will order those by the created at date. And the order of those will change based on replies. I don't know if that is something we want to do, or we want to show pin threads by when they were first created. Otherwise, the pin threads are going to move around a little bit, but I don't know. We'll just keep it that as the default behavior for now, I guess. And then, obviously, if we refresh, nothing is going to happen, but it will be making that query in the background. And all that's left to do is change this to pinned, and then we've got this behavior where we've got the pin threads at the top always, and then we've got the rest of the posts. So while before we were being a little bit smart with our GraphQL query, we really don't need to be, because it doesn't really match the UI that we've got. So here we can just kind of list all of the pinned threads there. I'm not overly fond of this, but I just kind of like the break. We'll probably change the style of this at some point, and we'll just make that look a little bit nicer. Yeah, so to me that looks good. It's clear that that is separate from the rest of the posts, and when we click on the pinned thread, we can come in here and we can see the contents. And then we can reply, and we can like some stuff. Now, the one thing I did notice in Hasura actually yesterday was when we created our DB for likes, we didn't add a constraint for user and post. So essentially, you could add the same entry again, but the effect that we want is we don't want that to be allowed. We only want the record where the post ID and user ID of this, there can only be one of that, the constraint to one only. So the way in which we did that is through permissions, I think, or modify. And we went down here to unique keys. And when you click unique key, add a unique key, select a post. And in my case, I selected post ID and user ID. And then I saved that. And that is the constraint then. This is the constraint. So if I try and add a new like, or another like with the same user ID and the same post ID, it just isn't going to work. And that's because it already exists. And it'll throw an error back. But we're handling that in the UI as well. So it's really not possible for someone to like this more than once from the front end. I guess if you clicked 100 times, there we go, we get an error. So maybe we can kind of update that to say, okay, it's disabled or something until the response comes back. So yeah, we've got today's posts, which we can see here. It's shown because I've just replied today. That shows in there. And if we go back to, did we have another category in use? Yes, we did. JavaScript. We've got a JavaScript, and obviously there's no threads that are pinned, so there's nothing going to appear at the top there. But if we go back to general, we can do that as well. Now, the one thing that's obviously bugging me is the ID of the category. I'd much prefer if that said general there, and it's just a little bit nicer. Yeah, so let's just go to that new page as well. So I've just kind of been dropping in some styles as I go along before I came on today because I was having some connection issues. And I'm not feeling it 100%. We've been at this for 9 days. We've cranked out loads of new stuff. So probably just have a short stream today, and then we'll pick it up tomorrow. And I think tomorrow we might address this page properly. We may even put this drop down for the categories in the header, so we can quickly change between those kind of categories and the spaces there to talk and stuff. So we may do that tomorrow, make this look a little bit nicer. But yeah, it's kind of shaping up now. We can kind of see there's a clear distinction between the different posts, and just kind of try to make it look a little bit nicer to see. So I've also included this little icon, chat icon with the number of replies on posts where there are replies. So in here there's none, so I haven't included the icon. It just seems a bit silly to show one, in my opinion. I don't know if that's everyone else's, but that's what I've gone for now. So let's just have a look and see what else we've got in GitHub. We'll see what other issues there are to do. So I added some other issues today. I said that we'll add an email verification as a background job using Hasura events, and then we'll also prevent unverified users from posting. So if you sign up with a dummy email address and you want to spam the forum, then you just ain't going to be able to. You're going to need to verify that email. And yes, you could just use a fake email, but that's going to it's going to be a little bit of a deterrent to people, I think. And we'll try and improve in that area as well as we build this out. Yeah, so update thread title, that's part of the MVP. And we've got a few other things that are in the MVP milestone, so we'll need to get to those. I wonder if it's possible to delete thread for author. How easy that would be to do today. Let's just create another branch. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I say, I'm not feeling it. We'll just throw everything in the one PR here. It's just us work on it for now. Create a PR for this UI improvements. It doesn't close any issues, I don't think. No, it doesn't. We'll submit that and we'll run again. Now then, thread ID page. Essentially, we just want a button if I'm the author to show right next to where you can lock it, I guess. So why don't we just do that? We've already got a button. If it's if author, we've already got buttons. So why don't we just do handle delete, and then we'll just do delete thread. I would like to have some confirmations in here, and we will do that. But for now, we just want to get this functionality hooked up. So we need to create a function handle. Oh, we've already got handle delete. Handle delete thread. I should probably name that the other one handle delete post, but we'll do handle delete thread here. Handle update, handle post. Where should we put this, Jamie? Where should we put it? Handle answer. Let's just copy this one, and we'll do handle delete thread, and then this. If we have a look in Hasura, we have a look at the mutation. This will be delete threads by ID. And then we can return, obviously we can return everything, but we won't. So this will be delete threads by primary key. And then we'll do delete thread by ID. That will be our mutation name. Then all we'll need to do is, just like we did here, well, in actual fact, no, we're deleting the thread, so we don't need to update. Do we need to update the cache? I suppose we do. Is there a way to do that with SWR? Remove. How do we deal with that? How do we deal with that? We could just remove it, I'm guessing, by options, return values, mutate. It's going to get the fresh value anyway. So, I don't think it matters. I don't think we need to return anything or assign anything. We just need to import. Well, we've got router. We're using the router, and then it would just be a case of forwarding the user to the index. Would that be okay? Handle lock, handle this. We'll remove that. Now, I hate using closures. We should really pass down the ID. But whatever. We'll fix it. We'll just push to the index once it's deleted. Eventually, we'll include some kind of toast notification to say thread deleted, and then we can move on. So So we next need to create this delete thread by ID mutation. We'll set a variable up here somewhere. I'm just going to copy this. I'm just going to put it in the same order below here, so when it comes to refactoring, we're not jumping about the place. This will be delete threads by PK. And then if I go to create a new thread, I will delete this thread, post that. Because I'm the author, I can click delete thread. Did that run? Doesn't look like it. Router is not defined. I don't like using push like that. Where have we used query? Just there. Router.query. We'll just call that router. I don't like destructuring push because then, I don't know, it just gets really abstract and it's like, what's push, what's query, what's ID, what's his fallback. Whereas if you do router.query, router.push, makes a bit more sense. No such thread found. Okay. Maybe he's... What's going on? Oh, it probably deleted that. Sorry. So it probably has deleted. It has deleted that. So yeah, there is no thread defined. We need to create a better 404 than that. Layout. So at least it'll appear inside the layout, I think. Yeah, so no such thread found. It's a bit nicer. Filter load static props. Go back to the index. It removed that thread because the mutation did run. Deleting. Do delete thread once more. There we go. It's deleted. It's gone back to the index, and SWR is updated this year, so that's fine. So we'll go ahead and push that up. Fixed by issue UI improvements, and we'll just comment on that. And we will go to that pull request. We'll wait for that to build. That's deployed. We'll just squash and merge. And we'll go back to issues here, and we'll have to close that manually because we didn't tag it correctly. So we'll close that issue. And we're down to 11 issues, and we're down to 3 issues for MVP, which the milestone is in fact today. Was the milestone? Yeah, due by the 9th, so we're almost there. We'll complete this tomorrow. Like I say, There's still plenty of stuff we can be doing. Update thread title will create a form for that, and then prevent the first post from being deleted. We'll do that as well. There's edit profile form though. As a user, I want to be able to update my profile info. If we just merge, if we just pull that down, let's now run the server again. And where shall we go? Maybe we create a page called profile.js or settings. I don't know the best name. Here. Edit profile. Does that work? And then in the layout, we create a link where we have our name. We'll say link href goes to /edit profile. And then we'll say A. We'll just put our name. And then we should be able to click on name. It'll take us to edit profile. And then we'll have a look at the new page. We'll have a look at the new page here. And this page can't be statically built because it's based on the current user logged in. So we don't need any of the static props. So let's just copy this and then go in here, and we will get rid of this query for categories. We'll get rid of this insert thread. We'll get rid of get static props because those aren't needed. We need Hasura. We need the router. Do we need the router? Probably don't need the router. Get rid of that. We'll do edit profile page. Select a tab. We don't need that. On submit, we need that. What can we update right now? We can update our name. We can update our email and password. We're going to do passwords separately. I think anyway. I think. I'm not 100%. Then we just kind of need to make a API request to do that, right? So let's open auth context. So we need to update user here when that happens. Probably need to regenerate the token. Does the token have the name? I don't think the token has the name. Logout success. Edit. We'll just do update user. And then where the case is update user, we'll return the current state. And we'll spread into user state.user. Whoop. And the payload we send in. And then we need to have, I'm going to do this in here just to keep this all stuff together. Although we're not including Hasura, maybe we just return a dispatch. So we'll do update user, update user. We'll pass in the payload, and the payload will obviously be the contents of that. And then we'll send this down in the dispatch. We'll add that there. So now we can call update user from the edit profile page. So where we do this, we will get a user back. Let's just copy thread ID because we've done update already, haven't we? Update post by primary key. This will be update users by primary key. And we'll do update user as the mutation. We'll send in user ID, which will be user.id. Do we have a user? Nope. So we need to bring that user down. We'll bring it down from the context. And use auth dispatch because we also need that. We'll go ahead and we will grab is authenticated and the user from use auth state. Then we'll also grab update user, and that will be from use auth dispatch. Now the reason why I'm bringing is authenticated down is because if we're not authenticated, then we would like to return the user to the home page. So we probably will need the router. And we'll do const router equals use router. And we'll just say use effect if it's not authenticated, then we'll return router push to the index. And then we'll do it so they can just update their name for now. And we'll call update user and we'll pass in the new user's name. So if we look for that update thread or update post mutation, we'll just copy that and we'll paste this here. Update user. This will be update users. And that will be that. That should work. Then we need to do the form. Edit profile. And then we no longer have a select, so we'll get rid of that. No longer have a message box. We'll just change that to save. And then you must provide a name. Now on the register page, let's just quickly have a look at what we did there. Did we have any validations on name? Placeholder was your name. That was name. And then of course, what we need is in here, we need the default values, and default values will be user. So everything that is on a user will be the default values in that form. We could just say email equals user.email, but we'll just set the object as that in case we want to add more down the line. So we'll bring that in. We'll get rid of these imports. And then there we go. We've got an input. So I should now be able to say, save that. Let's just open the DevTools. So update users by PK is not found. That's because I've added an extra S. Let's save that. Click save here. It hasn't done anything on the UI side. We got a successful post. No, we didn't. Ah, okay. So field email is required. Ah, this is annoying. I don't know why Hasura is like this. Probably for very good reason, Jamie. We almost also need to specify the email. I just want to update by a primary key. I don't think I should have to provide all of the primary keys. but maybe I'm just being a bit naive with that. We'll do email, user.email. Then if we go back and click save, we go here, we're still getting an error. Updated that not found in users because that is not a permission, I don't think. We're not permitted to view when a user updated. Now if we click save, there we go. It's updated there. So as I move around to the site, you'll see no trouble applied in the general thread. I can click on my name. I can change that to Jamie. It updates the state. I go to home. And then we'll go, Jamie has posted in there. So I'm pretty pleased about that. We can update that. I don't know how often we should permit people to update their names. Maybe we have some kind of restriction on how many times you can change your name. Maybe we check to see, maybe we store when the name was last changed. And, you know, if you've changed it in the last week, then you just can't change it again. You know, you've got to leave some time before changing your name because that may get annoying. So, yeah, we've done edit profile. You know, albeit there's nothing in there. It's just the name and it needs some styling. And we can obviously add in the email part at some point, but I think for now we'll just leave it as this. The password will have to happen. Maybe it's on a different page because we've got to handle hashing it, and we need to create another route for that. So yeah, we'll figure that out. So yeah, hopefully you found the stream interesting. I know today's not been very exciting. I think it's been quite fast paced that we've gone through and just addressed some stuff. But like I said at the beginning, we've been at this a few days now. Well, most of the month, 9 days. We've got a while to go. And we'll just keep cranking through it. So we'll post that and we'll submit a pull request. And we'll see what issue that closes. And a profile form is 28. And we'll go check this out. We've got 2 issues left to do. Update thread title, which is relatively straightforward. It's just the same as what we've done now. And then prevent the first post from being deleted. So I'm not sure the best way to do that without adding an extra column on the database for if it's the root post, or I don't know, a field for can be deleted. It could be an instance where we want to lock posts so they can't be edited or deleted from an admin point of view, but I don't know. We'll squash and merge that. We should have 10 issues. Yes, we do. So have a look at this milestone. It's due today. It's 91% complete. We probably could get through this, like I say, but it sounds to me like that's a good Saturday afternoon video. So we'll do that tomorrow, and then throughout the rest of the month, we'll work through these issues. We'll work through these issues, and I will add some more. And obviously, we need to go through and style this up, make this look a bit nicer. So we'll do that, but everything should be now available at jamstackforum.com. And there we go. We'll create a new thread. You can now edit your profile, just name for now, by clicking on your name when logged in. We'll post that. Maybe we'll lock that thread as well. We'll unlock it. A good one for tomorrow actually might be doing the last scene. So when users are kind of moving around the page, we can update when they were last seen. So we can maybe display a little badge on their name or something. Or on the index page, show an online users page. I think an online users page is quite fun. It's quite an old retro way. We used to do it back on the forums, so maybe it's worth adding the online users page. But hopefully you've enjoyed the stream today. We've got the edit profile button done. We also have the delete thread button, and we've got a little bit more styling going on, and things are a little clearer. So yeah, let me know what you think. All the code is on GitHub. I'm going to wrap it up today, and we will go from there. So thank you very much for attending the stream. If you have joined in, thank you very much. Go back and watch them if you're interested to see what we are building and what we're doing. And like I say, everything is available on Twitter. And if you've got any suggestions, please go ahead, go to jamstackforum.com, create an account, create a thread, and just in the general category, and let us know what we could do to improve this. What features can we add? All of the current features that I have in mind are on GitHub in the issues, and also we need to decide on a name. I'm not 100% sold on Jamstack Forum, so we need to come up with a better name, and I'll get that domain and we'll get everything moved over. But yeah, these are the current issues. Go ahead, please create a new issue on here if you've got an idea. That might be better. But yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again. Happy coding.